What if you could control your computer just by looking at it? I mean, no hands, no voice commands, just your eyes. Well, today, we're going to dive into a system that's trying to make that a reality. This is an explainer on iOS and the science behind a whole new way of interacting with our machines.
And this quote right here, it really gets to the very heart of the project. It's asking a simple but pretty profound question, right? We use our eyes all the time to communicate what we want, where our focus is, so why are our computers still so dependent on our fingertips? This question is the launchpad for everything else we're about to cover.
And here is the answer. iOS. At its core, it's an AI system that's designed to, well, watch and understand your eyes. It uses that understanding, where you're looking and how you blink, to give you full control over a computer, totally hands-free.
Okay, but how does it actually work? How do you turn a simple look into a command? It sounds a little like magic, I know, but it's actually this fascinating mix of computer vision and machine learning. So let's get into it and break down how it all comes together.
The whole thing happens in real time, basically in 4 key steps. First, any old standard camera captures video of your face. Second, the AI brain of iOS analyzes that video, like frame by frame. Third, it figures out exactly where you're looking and moves the cursor right to that spot. And finally, it recognizes when you blink on purpose to trigger a click. Sounds simple, but believe me, it's incredibly complex under the hood.
Now, this is where the AI gets really, really clever. See, it's not just tracking a single dot. It uses computer vision to find landmarks on your face and isolate your eyes. Then, its machine learning models analyze all these different data points you see here. It learns to tell the difference between your normal, everyday blinks and a longer, intentional blink that means click. It even tracks the super fast movements your eyes make to predict where you're about to look. So this isn't just tracking, it's predictive modeling, happening in a flash. And that whole sophisticated, data-rich approach is really what makes iOS so different from older technologies. It's a complete shift in thinking, right? Moving all the intelligence from clunky, expensive equipment into smart software.
This slide just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you have the traditional systems. They often need pricey, specialized cameras and can just totally fail if the lighting changes. But iOS, it's designed to work with standard cameras because the AI is smart enough to adapt. The whole focus is on creating an experience that feels natural and reliable, not frustrating.
And that goal of making it feel natural and reliable, well, that leads to an even deeper point. For a system like this to really truly work, it has to be so good that you just forget it's there. You just look and it responds. And that's the leap from simple control to genuine trust in the technology. That's the real endgame. Which brings us to, honestly, the most important part of this whole story, the why behind iOS. This tech wasn't just built because it's a cool engineering puzzle. It was born from a really deep desire to help people.
This statement right here is so critical. In so much of the tech world, accessibility is an afterthought, right? It's a feature they tack on at the end. But for iOS, it's the complete opposite. It's the foundation. The entire system was built from the ground up to answer one question. How can we make the digital world accessible to everyone?
And you can see exactly what that means right here. For someone with a condition like ALS, cerebral palsy, or spinal cord injury, something that might prevent them from using their hands, this technology isn't a convenience, it's a key. It's the key that unlocks the ability to talk with family, to learn new things, to have a job, and just to connect with the world.
But the vision for iOS, well, it doesn't stop at the desktop computer. The core technology, teaching a machine to understand our sight, is really designed to be a whole new way we interact with the world around us. I mean, just imagine this for a second. Adjusting your car's GPS with just a glance, manipulating objects in a VR world without needing any controllers, or even operating complex machinery all with your eyes. This shows us that iOS isn't just being built for today's computers, but for all the tech that's coming tomorrow.
And that future? It's being built right now through constant experimentation. This is a living, breathing research project. Every single day, the team is running experiments. For instance, they're working hard to reduce eye fatigue because, let's be real, a system you can only use for 10 minutes isn't a solution. It's all about constant testing and refining in the real world, not just in some lab.
And ultimately, that's what it all comes down to. iOS isn't just about replacing your mouse. It's about creating a future where our technology actually adapts to us, making our interactions feel more natural, more intuitive, It's about building a connection where machines don't just process our commands, but maybe, just maybe, they start to truly understand our intent. The real question is, are we ready for that kind of connection?